Today's podcast episode is brought to you by Jellicoe Bubble Tea Steam Cream, the perfect nourishing blend of oils and humectants to use for your Korean facial massage. Welcome to the Korean Beauty Show, where we're talking all things Korean skincare, makeup, and more. If you want to learn about the hottest trending products and ingredients straight from South Korea, then this is the podcast for you. Each week, we'll be diving in to take a look at the latest trends, as well as all the tips and tricks you need to perfect your K-beauty routine. I'm your host, Lauren Lee, professional K-beauty expert and founder of Korean beauty platform Style Story. Hello and welcome back. You're here for another episode of the Korean Beauty Show podcast. And on today's episode, I'm going to be running through facial massage. This is a really popular technique in Korea for applying skincare products at home. And it's also a key part of facials in one of the many skincare clinics that you'll find on nearly every street corner in Seoul. So if that sounds like something that you would like to incorporate into your beauty routine, then stick around because I'm going to run through all of the tips and tricks that I have picked up from Korea's facial massage professionals. If we haven't already met, welcome. You are listening to the Korean Beauty Show, and on this podcast, as you might have guessed, we talk all things Korean beauty, care, makeup, all things like that. So today's episode is going to be something a little bit different than what we normally do on this show, but I would love for you to stick around, and if you like what you hear, then please do make sure that you subscribe to the show so that you don't miss any future episodes. All right, so facial massage is nearly always part of a treatment at a Korean esthetician's clinic, and that is because it is a great way for managing puffiness, improving circulation, and it also boosts your skincare as well. There are a lot of salts in Korean foods, which means that facial swelling is a bit of a problem for people that have a really salt-heavy diet. It can lead to puffiness in the face. So you guys probably would have noticed that if you drink too much, you tend to get puffy the next day. And there are a whole range of different foods as well that can cause puffiness. Things like ramyeon or like packaged noodles, like packet noodles, things like that, because they're really heavy in salt. Sometimes the next day after eating them, you will just notice that your face is just looking a little bit around, a little bit puffier than normal. So that is just one of the many reasons why Koreans love facial massage. It is an absolutely favored treatment, I guess, to do at home and in a clinic by pretty much everyone, including lots of Korean celebrities who swear by facial massage. So today, I'm going to share with you how you can do one at home. Now, the first step or the first tip is to always start with a clean face. So the experts in Korean facial massage recommend always starting with a clean face because if your face isn't clean while you're doing the massage, then any excess toxins and waste in your skin can actually cause blockages and trouble. So that is the first thing to note, I guess, is to make sure that you are starting off on the right foot. And this is another reason I think that so many celebrities and Koreans incorporate their facial massage at night when they're doing their nightly skincare routine, because it just makes sense. They've taken everything off for the day and then they can get in there with a nice facial massage while they're doing their routine. So I briefly touched on some of the benefits, but they include things like increased circulation. It can help draining the lymph nodes and then also removing toxins to create brighter and more radiant skin. So it's perfect for anti-aging, puffiness, dull, and also lackluster skin as well. So the first massage technique that I'm going to run you guys through is an anti-aging one. And why this is an important one to do is because tensing the muscles on your face can cause wrinkles, and that's why regular massage offers anti-aging benefits. This is how you can do it. So what you'll want to do is work in an upwards and circular motion so that you're working against gravity. So if you take the pads on your forefingers, like the little paddy part, work upward in a circular motion and gently massage the area beneath your eyes. And that can help to reduce the appearance of dark circles and puffiness. So that is the first one that I have for you guys, using the pads of your fingers and just moving them up underneath your eyes. And this is a great one to do while you're applying your eye cream because, you don't need any excess product. You can just apply it and work it around in that circular motion. Now, before I get into the next one, I'm going to read out one of the lovely reviews that was left for the podcast, and this is from Canada. Love from Canada is the title. It says, Lauren is the bee queen. I have learnt so much from this podcast and my skin says thank you. The ingredient breakdown and explanation for every product she talks about is extremely helpful for both K-beauty beginners and masters. Subscribed, keep them coming. Thank you very much for your review. That is great to hear that you've been enjoying the content of the show. Guys, I would always love for you to leave a review too if you haven't already. If you've learned anything or got anything out of the show, I would really appreciate to know your thoughts, to hear your thoughts as well. And if you can leave that in a review, that's great because it means other people can find out why you like the show and why you're listening. So that is just a little request for reviews if you haven't already done that. And my second massage tip is for improving circulation. So why bother doing this? It's because massage can also help increase blood and oxygen flow to the face. And that's really good for banishing dull skin. So this is how you do it. You're going to want to focus on your key pressure points and particularly the delicate skin around your eyes. So another great way to increase your circulation is actually to wash your face with cold rather than hot water, because this can help to stimulate your blood circulation as well. And if you're really wanting to improve your circulation, you can even try dunking your face in a bowl of ice water for 5 to 10 minutes when you wake up. This can be really good for helping to get rid of puffiness. I've tried this a couple of times myself when I've had an event on. I'm pretty sure I tried this on the day I got married, actually, just to sort of get rid of any puffiness. It actually does work, but you may need to try sort of removing your face after a couple of seconds, because when you first try this one out, it is like a bowl of ice water hitting you in the face. So this is one that you may need to work up to be able to do the first 5 minutes and then take it out to 10, but you will see pretty much instant results from it. So I can highly recommend this if you're trying to get rid of puffiness. Now, there are a few things to be careful of if you're doing this. Don't massage too harshly when you're doing particularly on your pressure points, because you can actually risk the opposite, which is causing sensitivity and even actually causing bloating and puffing of your face if you actually damage your skin. So that's just a tip that I picked up from some Korean massaging experts as well, is when you're doing any of the movements of Korean massage, you just want to have an appropriate tempo and also an appropriate pressure. You don't want to be digging in at any point or really getting in there, because that's just going to be too harsh. So just keep an eye out on that. Now, a really popular one in Korea is lymphatic massage. And why we do this is to drain the lymph nodes. So if you're not sure what your lymph nodes are or where to find them, then I am going to link in today's show notes a link to a great video, and this will show you exactly where you should be focusing on the motions that you're making and also where the lymph nodes are, because I know people have probably heard the terminology, but you might not actually know where they are. So I'm going to link that. If you're looking for today's show notes or for any of the show notes from other episodes, all you need to do is jump over to thekoreanbeautyshow.com and they're all there. So I've got a link straight to a really helpful video of some Korean massage experts doing a massage in front of an audience, just so that you know where your hands should be and how they should be moving. Because I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I just need to see a visual, because reading it, I'm like, I put my what there? So that one I found really helpful. So this is how you do it. What you want to do is to apply your essence, lotion, and then an aloe vera gel to your skin before you get started. This is what the experts recommend for getting the best results. And you're going to want to make sure that you apply them all the way down your neck. So this is where you need to pay a little bit of attention. So you're going to divide your face into two in your mind, and you want to work. So imagine your face has got a line straight down the middle, straight down from your forehead to your chin. What you want to do with your hands is work your hands out towards your ears. You want to bring your hands then down your neck and to your collarbone, and the aim is to focus on your lymph nodes. So you're going to be focusing on running your hands down your neck, around underneath your chin, and then leading up to your ears. So if that made no sense, go and check out the video, because it's very it makes total sense when you see it. But basically you want to divide your face in two and then work your hands up, bring your hands down your neck to your collarbone, and then you're draining the lymphs. That is the motion for this one. So that's a really, really popular Korean massage technique. Okay, and then the last one I had for you is another one that is for depuffing the face. So Koreans love facial slimming, and there's a lot of focus on creating a slim and defined face shape. I know some people may have heard of the V line. So the ideal Korean face shape, I guess, if you buy into like what everyone talks about in the media, is that you will have a face that has a tapered chin and jaw area that curves into the shape of a V, basically. So rather than like a round face or a square jaw, they want this refined face that goes down into a V. So because a bloated and puffy face is like the opposite of that, to help reduce bloating, Koreans actually use this facial massage technique to stimulate the release of toxins. So look, you're not going to change your face shape from doing this, but you will be able to see your natural face shape if your face is not as puffy. So this is how you do it. You want to make knuckles with your two pointer fingers and use really firm strokes starting just underneath your cheekbones and then moving up to your temples. And this can help to reduce bloating in the mid-face as well. So my, I guess, general tips for how you could incorporate this into your actual beauty routine is to incorporate it into your skincare routine. I think that is just the easiest way to do it. So the other thing is that how you apply your skincare products is as important as the products themselves. And that is why so many Korean products, if you've ever read the how-to instructions, you will see that the instructions aren't just usually put a few drops on your face and then massage in. They will actually have specific instructions about tapping, patting, and doing various different motions, and circular motions with the fingers and tapping is a really, really common one. So the first thing with most products is before you get started, you're going to want to rub the product in your hands first to warm it up. And the reason for that is because the warmer the product is, the easier it is to massage it into your skin without tugging at the skin. So I think the key thing to keep in mind is that we want to do everything possible to avoid rubbing, tugging, pulling and pushing really hard on any part of the face. It's all about gentle strokes, gentle motions, little taps. You want to do, firm knuckles, but not hard knuckles if you're doing any kind of facial technique. And that's the same when you're rubbing anything into your face. Don't just get in there and really, I don't know, I've seen some people apply products before and I'm like, oh my God, are you trying to take skin off? Like, gentle is definitely better for your skin. So keep that in mind as well. And then the general way to apply any skincare product is to use circular motions on your forehead, on your cheekbones, and then down to your jaw, and finish off with a really light tapping on your face. The estheticians that I've received, massages and facials from, it's almost like they're playing the piano on the skin. It's a really, really light tap, as though a fluttering of the fingers as though you're playing a piano. And you can try this as well when you're doing your cleansing steps. So a lot of people, this is why balm cleansing balms are so popular in Korea, is because you can really massage the oils from the balm into your face. Now, our Jellicoe Bubble Tea Steam Cream is another good product to do this with, because it does have that high concentration of oils in it as well. So you get a lot of slip in the product and you don't need to tug or rub at your skin. So there's lots of different ways that you can incorporate these gentle touches, taps, and massage techniques into your skincare and beauty routine. You can spend a few extra minutes doing it at night, or you can just do it and incorporate them as you're doing one of the steps in your routine. Maybe your double cleanse, maybe you want to do it when you're applying your facial oil, maybe you want to do it with a standalone product like bubble tea steam cream. That works as well. There are lots and lots of different ways you can do it. I think the key is just to find the method that works for you as well, and then find what motions and things like that work for you. But they are some of the, I guess, foundational massage steps and motions that you will find people are doing in Korea, whether that be at home or at an esthetician's clinic as well. That's really, really popular. So I hope you guys can find a couple of little nuggets in there that you want to work into your own routines. And if this is all just a bit of a blur and you need a little bit of another closer look at it, do go and download the show notes, because I've written it all down. I've got a link to a video, and I think once you've seen it, you'll be like, okay, I get what we're doing here, and you'll be able to do it yourself. So that is all I had for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, I would love for you to leave your rating and review, subscribe to the podcast so that you don't miss next week's episode. And until then, I will see you on Style Story.